As I said before the break here, we had a lot of good debates this week, and we asked you every time here to sound off here, and we got a lot of reaction to it. Obviously, we couldn't get to a fraction of it on the air. So let's see what you folks are saying right now. And one of the things we asked you at home was, if the presidential election, if I can get the word out, were today, who do you think would win? Obviously, my table tells me I'm an idiot because it's 6 months away, but I still ask you to weigh in. Let's start off with LM Dapper, who tweeted that Obama will win, he says, because re-election and voters in the country see the hypocrisy of Romney and the GOP. Prepper now tweeted Obama for the simple fact that it will stop at nothing to remain in power. He has the media in his pocket too. Left-wing conspiracy. And Sean says Obama was handed the Titanic and he did a better job in 3 years than Bush, but he keeps getting steamrolled because of the Republican Party. Joe Sixpack says, I haven't counted Paul out yet. Do I have to really keep reading? All right. Simply because others won't change a thing. You go.
Joe 12-pack.
There you go. All right, let's get into have and have-nots. Obviously, this played out on May Day with the gap between the two. Tuesday, as you know, we covered this coast to coast, actually, with these Occupy protests. And what we really want to get into wasn't so much the protesters, but more the message about that gap that's reached historical levels. Really, you have to go back to right before the Depression, where so much concentration of wealth was in so few hands. So the question to you folks at home was, is that gap between have and have-nots just too big right now, or is that just one of the byproducts of capitalism, pure and simple? And here were some of the reactions. Debbie tweeted, the economic gap between have and have-nots has existed all my 56 years of life, but it's only getting larger. And this tweet says, of course, few people have too much and too many people have nothing. This isn't democracy, it's oligarchy. And another tweet read, close the loopholes that the wealthy enjoy and the middle and poor class can't receive. I paid a higher percent in taxes than Mitt Romney. Join the club. Next up here, the now infamous Obama campaign ad featuring bin Laden's death.
He took the harder and the more honorable path.
Right. Well, that ad that came out over Sunday, and it preceded, obviously, President Obama's trip to Afghanistan this past week, certainly caused a lot of debate, and we asked you if you thought that the president ought to be campaigning on bin Laden's death, and here were a few comments. Paul tweeted, hell yes. In this case, mission actually was accomplished. If W had killed bin Laden, the GOP would have him on Rushmore by now. Stanley said on Facebook, Obama was simply in the right place at the right time when Osama's whereabouts were determined with any degree of certainty. That said, Obama's critics believe him to be too timid to give the okay when faced with uncertain information on what was a clear violation of Pakistan's sovereignty, and it goes on.